Okay people, this is himself. Welcome back to another Tekken 7 Armor King guide. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use all of Armor King's changes in the latest patch. Now, I know a lot of you have seen these already, but what I'm going to show you is how they all combine to make Armor King stronger. So change number 1, back plus 2-1. When the first attack was blocked, the second hit would sometimes miss. Now, that has been fixed. Change number 2, while standing 1. This move whiffed on certain staggered lows. Now the hitbox has been expanded downwards, so that shouldn't happen. This is a good buff. Armor King's while standing punishment was flawed, but with this change and the ones we got in the last patch, that really shouldn't be a problem. Change number 3, while standing 2. This move sometimes whiffed up close. Now they've expanded the hitbox, so it shouldn't happen. Basically it's a bug fix. Change number 4, reversal 2. This apparently performed differently to while standing 2. Now they should both be the same, so again another bug fix. Change number 5, DF1. They expanded the hitbox downwards. Now personally I haven't noticed any difference, but what it might do is open up new combos or make existing ones a bit more stable. Change number 6, DF2. This is now a homing attack and they increased the range. Now personally, I felt the tracking was already good, but where it was lacking was the range. Now, that's less of an issue. Change number 7, D3. This move was 11 damage, now it's 14. This is a big buff, because when you combine it with his other changes, which you'll see later, you'll find that D3 is now more usable, and that means you're doing more damage. Change number 8, DF1 plus 2. This was -7 on block, now it's -4. That means Armor King now has the potential to sidestep on block. Now personally, I would have preferred that this be his power crush and F1 plus 2 be a punch sabaki. Sadly we don't have that, but this change is still a buff. Change number 9, DF3. The opponent is now closer on hit. This is a good buff, because before people could backdash away. Now, against the majority of the cast, D3 is going to catch all movements, so they either have to duck or low parry. Change number 10, while standing 4. Like DF3, the opponent is now closer on hit. Now in the open, D4 will catch all movements, but at the wall you can use D3. So again, a good buff. Change number 11, DB1 plus 2. This was +3 on block, now it's +5, and they're closer. The move is also now a launcher on count hit. This is a big buff. Being at +5 and closer means that like while standing 4, D4 will catch people in the open and D3 can be used at the wall. With that launch, I've seen people do over 90 damage, but personally this is the combo that I'd go for. It's easy, it's stable, and you get the moonsault ender. If you're unfamiliar with that, then check out my video on it. There's a card in the corner and a link in the description. Change number 12, back plus 1-2. The opponent is close on hit and the second hit does more damage. It used to be 17, now it's 20. This to me is the biggest buff of all. Having a more damaging 12 framer is incredibly good, because you're going to land this often. Along with that, the reduced pushback gives us momentum. Not only is a giant swing unsteppable, but so is a DDT, so we have a true 50-50. This change has also buffed our wall combo. We still do 100% damage after the pull up, and for throws we can use Hades drop. We can also stop duckers using DF1. This catches all movements and is safe on block. Change number 13, FF neutral 2. The opponent is closer on block, but now it's -14 rather than -18. It also hide crushes earlier. Before it used to be from the 12th frame, now it's from the 8th. This is another big buff, not just in terms of the properties, but also how it fits into his game plan. Throughout Tekken 7, Armor King has always struggled when it comes to making a comeback. Good players know this, so what they will do is gain the life lead and then turtle. That meant to break them down, you have to use throws, but good players will always break them. So to make your offense count, you have to use lows, and this is where Armor King is weak. D3 and D4 are low reward, and that meant you had to use FF neutral too. But when it was -18, almost everybody could launch it, and because of that, it was incredibly risky. Now, with it being minus 14, that risk is way lower and only a few characters can launch it. Also, with it high crushing earlier, it is now better than King's version. On count hit, King gets a throw, but Armor King gets a launch, and that is way more useful. Change number 14, Shining Wizard. This was 40 damage, now it's 45. Again, another good buff. Shining Wizard is a great 1+2 throw, and now with it doing 45 damage, it means that after a rage drive, you do the same damage as a teched giant swing. So if your walking tombstones are not good and you don't want to risk it, this is the way to go. And finally, change number 15. All of Armor King's chain throw enders now do 5 points more damage. Again, this is another good buff, but what I want to point out is the 3 compound. This is the most damaging chain, but now it's even stronger, because on hit, a D3 is guaranteed, and since that also got a damage buff, in effect, this ender has been buffed by 7 points, not 5. Where D3 is also good is after a spear tackle. Before, alley kick was the way to go because it did more damage. Now it's D3, and what's even better is that D3 is plus frames on hit, not -5 like alley kick. So if you do use this, you're even better off. So when you put all that together, you can see that Armor King has clearly been buffed, and what I like about this is that the character hasn't lost identity. He still has tracking issues and his mids are not great, but now it's easy for him to compete. In terms of tier listing, I still don't think he's going to be near the top, but what I'd like to hear is what you guys think. Where do you think he now ranks? Let me know in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed this video, do give it a like. It really helps out this channel and it motivates me to do more for this character. Looking ahead, there are more Armor King videos coming, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see that. In the meantime, have fun, play well, and I'll see you guys in the future.